Welcome everybody back with the video. Today we're going to do the custom Mystic tier list. Now we do have a custom Mystic banner starting on the 3rd. So sorry for not uploading an update content video just because my voice is pretty much not that great. You probably hear it in this video. But I do want to talk about the stuff that is released inside of the update content, of course. But starting off with the custom Mystic tier list. So I'm starting this right off the bat. Keep in mind, we have the Epic 7 World Cup 2025 unit coming very, very soon. Obviously, because it is almost that time of year where we do have the Epic 7 World Cup. Obviously, that means we are going to get a poster child, just like we did get Luna, and we did get Landy. Both of those units being OP on release. Absolutely dominating the game, right? Luna is still broken to this game. Not really any counterplay to her if you ban like a lot of cleansers and all that, right? Candy, on the other hand, did fall off quite a bit. Maybe like 8 months into her release. She did fall off. But Luna is almost a year. It's coming up on almost a year. And she is just absolutely terrifying for the game if you do let her go through, right? She is pretty much nullifying a lot of stuff in the game if you are able to get her past the ban phase, pretty much, right? She's absolutely insane, right? So keep in mind, whatever comes out on the Epic 7 World Cup poster child is absolutely going to be broken. Right? Absolutely going to be broken. So keep in mind before you do summon on this Mystic banner. So, let's get right into it. S tier, we do have Luna, Ilanov, Rowana, Seaside Politics, or Urban Shroom, Zeo, and Belian. I would say this right now, if you do not have 3F, Belian is not going to be S tier. Belian is probably going to drop all the way down to D tier, because maybe C tier if I'll be generous, right? Because if she doesn't have 3F, she's not a real unit, right? Some characters need 3F to be usable, or just in general, some characters need artifacts. Some certain artifacts to be usable. Belian is one of them. If you have 3F, which is Albedo artifact, if you have it, Belian is S tier. Belian is S tier. If you don't have 3F, Belian's not even worth it. She's 100% not worth it. Keep that in mind, right? We also do have a Ruka coming out very, very soon after this. It should be this custom Mystic, and then I'm pretty sure we have a Ruka right after. So this rotation, by the way, should start at where your current Mystic Pity is currently at. It should not start refresh at 200. It should be starting at what you currently have. So keep that in mind. At least that's how it's been the last time. It was based off of your current pity. It did not reset at 200. So keep that in mind, right? Again, every character in S tier is absolutely insane. Don't get me wrong, I think every single one of them is broken, but what we have coming out in the future, man, it makes me not really want to summon, right? I don't have Ilanov, I don't have Politics, I don't have Senya. Those 3 characters are in here, and I should be summoning for them because they are really, really good for me, especially when it comes to Arena. But I don't know if I could justify. I need to see, because whatever comes out in the future, I'm going to regret not getting, right? Because I'm not that big of a whale. I will spend money if I could, if I need to get some certain characters that I like for my arena pushes and all that, right? But if I don't need them, and if they're for RTA, then I'm like, I could probably just skip, right? But if they're extremely broken, like Luna, then I kind of need to pull them, right? So, but again, every character in S here is absolutely insane. Not really much to go into detail about them. They're all really, really good. I think they're all good options. Like I did say about Belian, if you have 3F, she's worth it. If you don't have 3F, she's not really worth it, right? But again, every character in S tier is absolutely insane, right? It's just insane. Next is going to be A tier. Now, you do see Harsetti in A tier. I don't think Harsetti is as broken as some people make her out to be. Yes, she is basically a Leo from Summoner's War, where she will get the first turn guaranteed, but there is just kind of a lot of counterplays into Harsetti's. Small Senya existing as well, a limited character, yes, but nonetheless, still extremely easy to play around her. I don't think she's a must-have. She's not really that broken compared to Zeo in terms of like story characters. But I do think Harsetti on release was S tier, but I think she did drop down to A tier because there's quite a bit of counters to her. And that's just my opinion on her, right? You can decide on her if you want her S tier or A tier. I just think she's A tier. Hey, work again, best cleanser in the game, and he's not even a Soul Weaver still to this day. Dragon Brace Senya, I like her quite a bit. She's not gonna be S tier for me, but I do think she is a very, very insane unit. That's why she's on top of A. Keep in mind, I don't put these in order. especially going lower and lower. I don't have these in order, but at least for A tier, I do have them kind of in order. At least the first three. Other than that, everything else is debatable. But again, they are not in order. Just keep that in mind. Most of them are not in order. Same thing with S tier. I don't have them in order. I think they're all insane units. It's just more about what you really want, what you really need, what you don't have. So I don't really see a reason to put them in order personally. So keep that in mind. ADS. She became absolutely insane with EE. You do need this EE, so if you don't have the EE, I don't really recommend summoning for her. Now you can always get the EE later, but I think she's an insane unit. She could seal, guaranteed dual attack on the same turn with the highest attacker. You pair her with like BBK, Flan. Even if Flan has no focus, you're gonna get that dual attack. She's just such an insane unit. I like her so much. Overall, very, very good. Very solid EE. EE made her pretty much insane compared to what she was before, right? Brian, what you say? She is pretty good still to this day, especially if you are a cleaver. I think she's a must-have. She's the only character in the game that I think stops revives just off her passive. That is a cleaver. Besides Sangelica, yes, she stops revives, but she's not really the same thing, right? That's a little whole different entire playstyle. DDR, DDR still OP, but I don't think he's a S tier unit as he was before, especially thanks to Sneal. I just don't think DDR is as. I still think he's OP. Don't get me wrong. I still think he's OP, but I don't think he's worth chasing for compared to some other units inside S tier. Again, if you don't have him, he's pretty damn good to get. Conga Lilith, she is an A tier as well. I mean, come on. She's been out for years. She has fallen quite a bit, but she's still good nonetheless. Solitaria, the only unit in the game that does stop focus. Overall, a very good unit, especially currently, because again, stopping focus for Flans is pretty insane. Blood Moon Haste, he did take an impact earlier. I did have him, I think, at B tier, I think, as well, or A tier. The last tier list I made for him. But he's still pretty strong. He is still insane, especially if you pop that S3 and you kill him. He's just such an insane unit. Still, Ludwig, very top tier for cleavers. LRK, still very, very good, especially thanks to his buff that he did get recently. Next is going to be B tier, where B tier is kind of, they're whatever. You could go on without him, right? Dillabear, I think she's insane for Arena, but when it comes to RTA, not so much. DJB, very good cleanser if you know what you are currently. If you already know the stats for Arena, he is pretty insane. I'm going to make a video on it very, very soon for an Arena comp that you can use him in, and it makes him pretty damn good. But again, I don't really think that's worth justifying signing for him. Kayron. This Kayron, wow, his value has gone up quite a bit. This man is insane. He is insane because of this unit, which is funny. Because since this unit exists, they're always going to hit Kayron, which means Kayron's always going to counterattack. So if you see any GVG defenses, you take Kayron on, he's just going to solo them. When it comes to Arena, same exact thing. So it's funny. Since Payra exists, Kayron pretty much got better, which I really like because this Kayron wasn't the greatest. You basically just gave him full crit damage, full attack, 4.3k attack, 350 crit damage, but 100 ER. He's going to be insane. He is going to be insane. He's very, very fun, and he's pretty usable. If you bought him from the core shop recently, he's pretty damn good. We do have Tywin as well. Again, self-explanatory. The only knight in the game that can cleanse on a hit for the whole team and gets rage. And once he gets rage, he has a ignore ER, stun, and defense break. Again, 85% though, but he's still good nonetheless. Arbiter Vildred, he should be picked inside your free ML5 character when you do start the game, so I really don't think he's worth picking up. But if you don't have him, he is still worth picking up. But again, he is B tier, not really mandatory. He's still pretty good. Landy, E7 World Cup 2023, Posted Child, has fallen quite a bit. She is making a resurgence, but she's really not that worth summoning for anymore. Closer Charles, pretty decent with his upgrade in terms of buff. Selene, same situation as Kayron. She got better because of Payra existed. Flitica, she's okay. TML, Cleavers, Rylet, he's pretty good. But I think he really shines if you have Payra. If you don't have Payra, I don't think he's worth 74 on his own. And then we have the C tier, where all these units are kind of whatever. And same thing with D tier, all these units are kind of whatever. I think Royale is actually pretty insane. You can make a debate for her being in B tier. I think she got the same buff. But I can't justify going for her in the custom mix and rotation. So I got to put her in C tier. I do like her quite a bit. But I can't really justify going for her compared to some of these other units in the game, right? Foster Zilli would have been insane if her buff went through. Judge Kisei, she's pretty good, but not that great anymore. Mo Ken getting a resurgence as well. He's getting pretty good. MR Method, I like her, but man, she is RNG. I like this unit quite a bit, but she is RNG. Spez, the EE did help him. But if you mainly going to pair with DDR, if you don't have it with DDR, then it's kind of whatever. Straze, PV, God, Tenebria, she's okay. Bar Captain Flan, probably with these RTA changes in terms of Frenzy, this unit will probably jump up to either B tier or A tier. We don't know yet. We'll find out how the new RTA season plays. But keep in mind, I won't be surprised if Flan does go up all the way to A tier or B tier. But we do need a buff first. She was going to get a buff, but then it got scrapped. So we'll see what really happens. We do have Lionheart Sermia. She's okay. Sharoon, okay. Apocalypse Ravi, okay. D tier, I'm not even going to be talking about him. I do think Sage Bao is pretty good for Cleave. Anti-Cleave, pretty much. So you can move him up to maybe C tier, but other than that, not so great. And then we do have these characters not available. Now, we do have a new coin shop. I think Abyssal Euphine, if we are not going to buy her in the coin shop, if you don't have coins, I think Abyssal Euphine is going to be easily S tier. She's still an insane unit. She released right after Landy, but she's obviously better of the two. Hell, they could have made like Abyssal Euphine the Epic Saturn World Cup poster child. I think it would be much better. But yeah, this unit is still insane. She's very, very good, but she is in the coin shops. A new coin shop coming up. So if you have the coins, you can just buy her instead of summoning for her inside the custom mixing rotation. So, and then later, Dark Corvus are nothing special in my opinion. But other than that, that's pretty much going to be the custom Mystic tier list. If you have any questions, let me know down below. Like I did say, we do have a Ruka coming out more than likely after this custom Mystic banner. We do have guaranteed the Epic Saturn World Cup 2025 unit, whoever that's going to be, which is more than likely going to be insane. If you look at last year being Luna, and the year before that being Landy, and both of those characters were absolutely game-changing. All right, Landy, yes, she fell off, but Luna, I mean, come on, look what they did to Luna. She's just so disgusting. There's really, if you don't have a cleanser, she's just going to dominate the whole game pretty much, right? But overall, keep that in mind. We do have those two units as well. And again, it should be based off your current pity. It is not going to reset and have its own 200. That's how it should be, right? But other than that, though, that's pretty much going to be it. If you have any other questions, let me know down below. And I will see you guys later on. Peace out.